A secretive court battle over the future of Rupert Murdoch's media empire is underway in the US state of Nevada. North America correspondent Carrington Clark is outside the courthouse in Reno. Carrington, bring us up to speed. What is this case all about?
Yeah, so this is a family dispute about the conditions of the Murdoch Family Trust. And what's at stake is the direction of the companies, Fox Corporation and News Corporation, after Rupert Murdoch, the patriarch of the family, passes away. Now, as the current Murdoch Family Trust is written, on Rupert's passing, the control of the family trust will be split evenly between his four eldest children. So that is Lachlan Murdoch, Prudence Murdoch, James Murdoch and Elizabeth Murdoch. But Rupert Murdoch and Lachlan, who is currently the chair of both Fox Corporation and News Corporation, want to change that family trust to ensure that Lachlan Murdoch retains control after Rupert Murdoch passes. And the concern that they have is that if it is left as the conditions currently are, that the other three children could effectively vote out Lachlan out of power, which could change the direction of this conservative leading operation. Now, what's at stake are some of the most valuable media assets in the world, which include the Australian newspaper and Sky News in Australia, as well as Fox News Channel here in the United States and the Wall Street Journal. And in the UK, you have the Times newspaper and Sun newspaper. So what we saw this morning was quite an extraordinary scene where Rupert Murdoch and Lachlan, coming together in their own convoy of luxury SUVs, drove up here to this court in Reno, Nevada. A separate convoy brought James, Prudence and Elizabeth, and they're now inside this court debating whether or not this, what was supposed to be irrevocable family trust, can be rewritten. Now, although the four eldest Murdoch children are the only ones who will receive control under this family trust, there are two younger Rupert Murdoch children, Chloe and Grace, who are also trustees. And effectively, Lachlan and Rupert need to make the case that the family trust should be changed, and that the change, giving Lachlan effective control after Rupert's passing, will be for the good of all the trustees. Now, when I spoke to Michael Wolff, he's a biographer of Rupert Murdoch, he said the stakes could not be higher for both Lachlan and Rupert.
The Murdoch family business is headed for a breakup. Lachlan is headed to lose his job. Lachlan will lose his job when his father dies, as things now stand.
Now, on the way in, all five members of the Murdoch family in attendance, although they acknowledged that the media was here, did not make comment. And this is very much shrouded in mystery, and we aren't sure exactly what's going on inside. But obviously, this is a huge deal for this family. It obviously has echoes of the TV show Succession, but also could be hugely influential in the direction of these two very influential companies.
Yeah, also here in Australia, look, it's just a fascinating case, as you say. Why has there been so much secrecy surrounding the case, Carrington?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that this is playing out here in Reno, in Nevada, it's a relatively small desert town. It was unseasonably cold this morning on arrival, but it has warmed up. And there is no real direct family connection to this particular city. But what Nevada does have going for it in terms of what wealthy families want in a family trust is that the court system does allow it to be particularly private. There was an appeal, a petition from leading media companies, the New York Times, Reuters, CNN, for example, who wanted to open up these proceedings, arguing that the future of News Corporation and Fox Corporation is of great public interest. But that was rejected, which is why the closest we can get is outside the courtroom at this point. But the reason it is playing out here is because Nevada does allow for this to be done secretly. A lot of the details that we know are just from a New York Times article that was released a couple of months ago. But this is very much shrouded in mystery. But given that both Fox Corporation and News Corporation are public companies, what is determined will be at some point made public, because it obviously is very important for the future of those two companies and the assets that they hold.